Let's start with a quick short story. There's a guy that I recently talked to named Alex. He's about to finish his master's degree in programming, yet he has one slight issue. He can't find an internship because he has no programming experience. He says though he's been attending class, he's still not able to program a website or able to make programs that he wants to, simply because he hasn't spent enough time studying and doing the work outside of school. Now you'll be surprised to hear that this is a common issue with both university students that are in computer science and self-taught developers. People like Alex and like myself tend to get nervous when they don't know code a couple months into their programming journey. And to be fair, it's pretty realistic. I mean, if you've been doing anything for a couple of months, you expect to be able to do something with that skill. In addition, the tech jobs in today's world tend to ask us for developer experience when it's pretty impossible to find developer experience when you're just starting out. But what if I told you there was a way to build experience without getting a job? That you don't really need a job to get a job? Well, there is something like that, and it's called making projects. A lot of us new developers, and especially when you're just starting out, it's quite impossible to get experience. No one wants to hire someone with no programming experience. And the best way to showcase that you're able to code is by displaying the projects that you have made. So for me, I made a crypto application as well as My Mentor AI and a personal portfolio project. I'll showcase My Mentor AI on the screen. It doesn't have to be a wow or like amazing application, but by showing that you can actually code something and can know the basics of what the job is asking you to do, it gives the employers the insurance that you actually know what you're doing. And to be fair, like if an employer wants to hire someone, if there's someone that has done projects or has experience, they're gonna pick those people 100% of the time over the person that just says he got a university degree or finished CS50 in a month. So now that we know why it's important to do projects, let's go over how you can do projects and do project-based learning. You see, project-based learning, in my opinion, is the best way to learn to code as well as showcase your skills to both employers or people that you're selling to in business. You see, rather than watching videos all day or watching lectures in your university, you're better off doing projects, because not only does it catch the eye of the people that you're selling to or your employers, but you're learning at a much faster rate. Because you're in the battlefield, aka the coding space, you are learning faster. You're forced to learn problems that you would never face if you're reading a book or watching a lecture by a professor. I thought I knew Next.js, which is a React framework, completely until I started My Mentor AI. The amount of bugs that I faced, from user authentication to stuff not loading to deployment issues, it was at least around 200 problems that I faced in that 2-month period. And I learned more in that 2 months than I did 6 months prior to that, simply because I faced problems head on, and it gave me the level of confidence that I needed badly to put on my resume. And if I spent that time reading books all day, I wouldn't have gotten as far. So the 2-step process of project-based learning is to firstly learn the bare minimum. Whether you're in university or are self-taught, learn the bare minimum by maybe going to your lecture class or watching a video on the subject that you are learning, and then apply through projects. This is a step that a lot of us forget to do, especially new developers. We tend to just watch people code or read something about code and think that we're making progress when we're not. And listen, man, I know it's scary to face these projects. It's a scary task because you're challenging yourself and you're doing something that's really gonna push you. But I promise you, you will get nowhere if you don't do this. I saw a 20x growth as soon as I started doing projects. So maybe follow a tutorial, like code along with the person showing the tutorial, or make a very basic app like a counter app or a to-do app. Like stuff like that goes such a long way. Learn, apply, learn, apply. So for example, if you're just starting off with Python, you just learn about for loops, do a project that includes for loops. Maybe make a counter app that counts from 0 to 10. Very simple application that will probably take you 10 minutes, and you can do a little bit of research. It'll probably take you like 2 or 3 minutes. And if you want a full guide on learning to code, check out this video.